Beifeng, the 1800 LP Qiyana, has a new build in the mid lane, okay? It's a very specific one, and it's for specific games. When the enemy team is very burst heavy and has a lot of shields, he'll do this weird little build where he goes GOREDRINKER, okay? But usually he'll pivot early towards the Serpent's Fang to break the shields. Then in the mid game, he'll complete his GOREDRINKER, become extremely tanky, be able to break all of the shields, become a complete nuisance, and then he just finishes it off with full lethality usually. If they're very heavy burst, like something like a Qiyana Technology, sometimes a Death Dance can help in the later stages of the game. And I just thought I'd talk about this little interesting build that he does when the enemy team has a lot of shielding and a lot of burst. He wants to become unkillable, essentially. And into these matchups like the Diana, I've seen him run it into Renekton, I've seen him run it into, what else? Graves mid, when they have a lot of shielding as well. On top of that, of course, he's going to go for the Eclipse. He likes to get that Serpent's Fang in the early game to get ahead of the curve and start really getting gold value out of this item, which is completely broken, by the way, and is actually getting nerfed next patch. I believe it's going from 18 to 12 flat lethality, which means we may see Beifeng start to pivot towards more of the Ghost Blade, which is going to be getting a slight buff, or something like an Umbral Glaive or something different. Because the gold value on the Serpents is not going to be quite there anymore, and it's going to be only into like pure shielding comps, I think, from now, and not like usually we'll just run Serpent's Fang as we hit level 3 and trademark Beifeng going for the all-in flashes, pops the ignite. And with this build, guys, like your early game is exactly this. Oh, he doesn't kill him. Your early game is exactly the same. You're looking to let the wave shove into you, play very slow. If you come at level 3 and you're even health with your opponent, I call it a win. It's a dub. Okay? Just don't. Ooh, as he EQWQs. Too many of us on these champions. We lose lane before level 3. The first 3 waves we stuff up. We take too much harass and poke. And by losing lane in the first 3 waves, you will lose the game. Snowball effect. As we get the solo kill and we just get out of tower range. The butterfly effect is real, guys. If you stuff up your first 3 waves, you take too much harass and you can't look for level 3 all in. You don't get the kill, you don't get the snowball, you lose the game. Tiny little things, okay? Let the wave come into you, don't take stupid poke. As we get us... Dude, like, we're going GOREDRINKER this game, but he still opts for the Serrated Dirk first. If you have an 1100 gold buy on Qiyana in the early game, Serrated Dirk is the best bang for your buck no matter what, because the enemy has nothing, zilch, no armor at all. You're getting pure value on this, and that's just going to be giving you the biggest spike possible. You transition to the Iron Spike Whip next, then you're going to be finishing the Serpent's Fang to start breaking the shield. So you complete the Serpent's Fang before your mythic item as he finds the Kha'Zix, gets the double buffs. You're going to try and hunt down the Swain. Just weave your autos. He's looking for the 2v1. He should be able to get it. Gets the kill. Uses that brush terrain. And now he's going to have to get out here. Braum in river trying to follow up. Dodges out on the Q. And he's just sitting out of vision. Dana doesn't know he's still there. And here comes the Braum. Braum Q goes wide. Puts the passive on. Auto. Auto stun. EQ. WQ. Your EQ, WQ should just come out like butter. It should be very simple for you guys to do, and it should be always on point, and it should come out in like less than a second. It should just be so fast. Just auto, EQ, another auto if you can, WQ. Like, it's just textbook combo if you're looking for the most damage. And this Kha'Zix is trying to hold up the wave. I'm wondering if you could look for an all-in, but I don't think you have enough damage as we drop down to literally 100 health. And we just absolutely pop the Kha'Zix. Never underestimate Beifeng on this champion. We pick up the Iron Spike, we get the boots. And this is what I'm talking about. Now we have that active on top of it. And you'll see the active is really nice on Qiyana. Because you're frontlining so often, and especially because you're using the invisibility, you can hover on the front line of the fight with like 10 health. Use the bloody GOREDRINKER to heal up some health. You're breaking all the shields with your Serpent's Fang. It's such high value. As opposed to going for something like the Serpent's Fang, where it's just instantly just one person that you're targeting. And you're getting the damage from the GOREDRINKER on everybody. You're breaking all that goddamn shields, boys. We get the 1v1. Beifeng says she's good at Diana. Okay, buddy. Not sure if she's good at Diana. She seems... I mean, you're just better, I guess, aren't you, boss? As we shove in. Wondering if we look for the base or we look for the roam. We have ultimate. You want some gold. How much gold do you need? Kha'Zix. We go for the ultimate onto the... Oh. I don't know. I don't know if he knew what he was looking for there. I know he tried to ult into the tower. If he instantly ulted the Kha'Zix back into that wall, like as soon as he showed, I think it was doable. But maybe he wanted to bait it in. I don't know. Didn't work out. And interestingly, we don't get Lucidity Boots there, which I would have bought. I wonder why he doesn't go Lucidity Boots. Just saving up for the pickaxe for the Serpent's Fang, I guess. Wants that as fast as humanly possible. And you can see, he takes the ice, he says, like, she's a whole level down, she just can't move up. EQ, GOREDRINKER, oh, Iron Spike, weave the autos. One more auto into Q will get the kill. And it's just as simple as that. Missed the cannon though. Cannon might be worth more than Dino at this point, son. And all of these combos you're seeing, like, these are the combos that you guys need to be using in your lanes. And if you're versing a Qiyana now, dude, when I verse Qiyana now, I do so well because I know that most good Qiyanas have been watching Beifeng, and I know how Beifeng thinks and how he uses the waves and how he gap closes. It really does help my play out, especially when I verse these assassins. For me, I pick Aftershock Lissandra, and I just, you know, I gather their tears up in a little vial, and I'm just collecting them because they can't do anything against me. Nice little wave clear. See ya. We got our Serpent's Fang now. Dana 04. Serpent's Fang first, not the mythic. So it's pretty rare that he does do this build. I've seen it maybe 5, maybe 6 times that he's played it. It's nothing crazy, but it definitely does work in these specific scenarios where that they do have a lot of shielding. You want to get that AoE, you want to try and get the shield break. As a melee, you're getting really good value out of it. And you also want to become, I guess, a little bit tankier when they're very burst heavy. Very specific, but I think if you're a good Qiyana player, you definitely should know of these builds. And you should be able to identify when and when not to go them. And always, guys, you don't, like, you can, I wouldn't say innovate your, oh, he misses the combo. Don't innovate your own builds, but if you're having better success with certain builds, like just higher % win rates, sometimes just sticking with it. For me, I use Duskblade. I have such a higher win rate. I noticed this over my 100 Qiyana games. My Duskblade Qiyana has like a 65% win rate, and my Prowler's Claw has like 40% win rate. I just can't use the Prowler's Claw correctly. I just because I don't use it on any other champion. So for me, I go Duskblade if I want to try and win. I won't lie. And that works for me. It allows me to get a one shot, and then I have time to think, reassess. Is that going to make me the best Qiyana player in the world in the long run? No, I'm probably damaging myself by not learning correctly. But I want a shortcut, and I don't want to have an embarrassing win rate. So anyways, here we are. Don't do what, do as I say, not as I do. No, yes, I don't know. Like that's a bad saying, but anyways. We get the kill onto the Dr. Mundo. He ain't going where he pleases. Push top. Let the Queen shove into the mid lane, and looking like a good setup. 8 kills, 2 deaths. Not sure why I struggled with that. And this is a really nice demonstration of how to snowball the game. Dominate your lane, move to the sides. Can't move to the sides, move to the jungle. Set up vision, make picks. If you can't shut down your lane opponent or a side laner, shut down their goddamn jungler. Ward their red buff if you know the clear at like 6:45 when the second red spawns. Go into their buff and pick it. I'm sure so many of you have been playing against like a Zed or something or a Qiyana, and your jungler goes to start up their second buff and they just get one tapped as the mid lane hits 6. Like, there's small textbook things like that where you're actively thinking about how to get advantages in the game are really going to help your game plays out, guys. Trust me. You need to be really thinking as we hit the 2.2. Hey? Yo, you might be in trouble here. You want me? This is the Q. Yeah, I think he's got you, son. No! Oh no! My hero. He's a noob. Oh. Oh, that makes me feel so much better about my gameplay, hey? And then look at the Dinah. Dinah's going for a tanky build as well. She's going for a Sunfire or something. I don't know what her plan is. But anyway, we get a Gore Drinker 12 minutes in. Got a Balmy Cinder, lol. Yeah, she's going to try and go tanky. It actually wouldn't be that bad. If she wasn't so behind, I actually wouldn't hate it. I think a tanky Dinah with engage tools is not the worst of options. As we'll be reviewing, I think I'm going to do 2 games today, so we'll do another game after this. It looks like a bit of a blowout. Both will be the Gore Drinker setup to try and talk you guys through it. So if you've got this setup and you want to live a little bit longer, guys, like next item is usually going to be the Serpent's Fang, and then afterwards you can go for that Death Dance and become very, very tanky. Especially if they're like a lot of AD picks. It's just, you are so much tankier than most assassins would think. You look to get the tower. Should be the tower into the enemy jungle. Doesn't have flash. I want to see him look for the solo here. Just show me. Not gonna do Diana. He build tanky. Oh. And see how nice that active is, by the way, for farming these creeps. Kha'Zix. ER. Was that literally ER W auto? Like, I feel like just the Qiyana's bases are ridiculous. As we come in now, look for the Mundo. Mundo, you're stuffed here, buddy. We pick up our 10th kill of the game. 2,000 gold. The presence of mind is just so clutch. I don't know how I used to play without it. But now, when I play without it now, I'm perma low mana. And even on these kills and assists, like, the return mana is just, it keeps you active in the fight, right? Gives you that one more combo to try and get on the reset. Can E onto the crab if he needs. There we go. You. Just gonna get the water, get the autos, get the double buffs. Oh, Dinah with the ult? No. No Dinah. She's tanky. Not as tanky as Beifeng. And he knows this game, it's just a little bit of a... Just gonna be a bloody montage from now. 3.1 thousand. It's gonna be the Serpent, not the Serpent's Fang. It's gonna be the Seralda's Grudge next, guys. It's always usually that lethality next. That armor penetration as we get that one tap onto the Kha'Zix, nice and clean. Finding the Mundo. Doesn't want to go for the 1v1, just wants the wave. Let the Mundo come to you. 3,600 gold. That Mundo has so much armor. Could be dead here. Yeah, I don't think they want you to go either. Use that brush into the... Oh, Dinah's still looking. And we're low, we're low, we're low. Bait for the graves, bait for the graves. Oh my god. Is he gonna die? Surely he dies. Ah, there we go. Sorry, buddy. The Dinah collects you. He played that really nice. Yeah, Mundo is strong. Get that bloody armor penetration. You guys gotta end real quick, I'd say. He goes Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver third. Instead of the Seralda's Grudge. He wants to get that that extra damage. Because you get armor penetration from Black Cleaver on these tankier members. So it'll be armor penetration 4th. He's got 2.3k health. He's actually very strong here. Very beefy, very lot of health, but still having enough to one-shot people. And that's the tempo that you want. You want to be you want to have enough health where you're not getting one shot, but you're still able to one shot the opponents. I mean, that's the dream world, but sometimes this build you just simply won't have enough damage to go for the one taps. Enemy team's coming back into it, son. Doable? Maybe come back. I reckon. I wouldn't say yet. One more throw. One more throw onto the Mundo. I think the enemy could win. Oh shit! Here we go. Oh baby, we're on here. This is the mentality you have. You need to have it. I hope my team keeps feeding so that I can keep cleaning them up and making montages. I pray my team ints so that I have to 1v9 and show them who's boss. GOREDRINKER doesn't work. I wouldn't be surprised if he looks for the ultimate. I'm gonna try and bait them in here. Goes over for the Swain. Pops the Swain. You just can't focus the Mundo. Nice target selection. Kha'Zix comes in. I don't think this ultimate... Oh my god, how does he get those angles in these ults, man? No kills or assists, though. Out of mana. Probably need to go back to base. Have enough of the last Whisper hit. And, some bad news. Worlds is not in China anymore, so we're not going to have the Chinese Super Server spectates this year. It's going back to Europe because China, they're having issues establishing visas and setting up camp in Shenzhen. Which sucks, man, because I was really looking forward to that. Can't believe they do that to me in my channel. But, you know, when you get lemonade, you come it from lemons, limes and lemon, and I'm not sure what the saying is, guys, but you understand. I'll be fine. We'll work it out. I'm sure there's going to be great games on the EUS server. Hopefully that means we're probably going to see Caps against them, which will be nice. Hopefully Caps gets a little bit better of a setup next year for Worlds. I still think Caps has the potential to be the best EU mid. Obviously this year, he didn't have the best performance this year. He had some very big downs, a couple of good ups, but Caps is one of my favorite players. I'm always looking for him to bounce back. I think G2 will restructure, by the way. Probably Wonder gone. Not sure what else. Hopefully Jankos doesn't go. I could see Jankos going NA and then trying to buy like self-made or something, but I don't know what's going to happen, man. We'll see. Pick up the Mundo. Hits that R. And we're going to have to try and bounce now. I think you might be dead, buddy. Here comes the Swain. No way. That GOREDRINKER, dude. How good. We're active up now. Look at this Dyna trying to hunt. Not going to work, honey. Absolutely knew it. We're 18 and 4 and we're hunting off for the Kha'Zix. Was the Mundo up there or not? EQ Iron Spike. He has so much health. You sure, don't worry? Oh my god. Dukes. He's gonna head back here. He has so much, like, I mean... He has so much cooldown reduction. He has Ignite. Do you reckon he goes? No way. Pops the Ignite. Gets the autos. And that Black Cleaver, man. That Black Cleaver just shreds that guy's armor with the Ignite, and then he has no healing. See, I would have panicked. He's so calm and collected and knows his numbers. Blue for me, Graves. Nice one. And we'll grab our... We should grab our Grudge now, yeah. Finally grab our Grudge. Last item. Last item, I mean, it's going to be lethality. It's either going to be an Edge of Night, you got Umbral, you got Ghost Blade. There's plenty of items you can go. 100 ability haste, my god. That Black Cleaver, hey? 110. 110.
打团，我最好先把这个乌鸦秒了。这乌鸦如果有大招的
Can
话，
like
其实他打我挺
is
痛
his
的。
invisibility just? Let's have a look.
一场
I want to see if it can even like. I feel like by the time he's out, he's got his W up again. I swear he does. He taps the Swain. Looking to make his way back in. Make sure someone else is tanking the tower. Dinah has a nice little engage. Gets a double. Looking for the triple. Does get it. 23 kills in. Almost gets his fourth. Gets his fourth. And do we see a penta? Caitlyn.
打一下。
Hold for me, bro. Hold, hold, hold. Come on, guys. Come on. I don't think they're going to allow it.
推吧。
Just poor Dinah went all armor. And just for what?
拿了机会。
Caitlyn's not sending you the penta, son. In that
不
base.
打算给我呀？
Oh, penta kill. No way. He actually gets it. Dude, what? That was like such a delay.
你们不走要掉大龙的。
Guys, just go.
不过我为了拿这个
Don't send them
5杀
back.
是有点浪的。
Trolling for that penta kill. Who gives it? Who really
但
cares?
是5杀还是得拿的。
Edge of Night, Elixir. We're full build. We are full build here. Okay. And I have a suspicion if they're not, if you're not a full AD comp and they're not like stacking armor, I feel like that Black Cleaver could be subbed out for probably the Death Dance to be a little bit beefier. But essentially the cooldown reduction, the health, it's all there. You understand the premise behind the build now, hopefully.
能守一下吗？大龙好像没了。
And you can't tell me into this type of comp that the Prowler's Claw would be doing more work. You can't.
现在我这个装
The
备的话，
GOREDRINKER and the early Serpent's Fang for the shield break is it's doing so much more than the Prowlers could, I believe, into these type of games.
找机会多找对面打。
They do need to end because there's going to be a point where people do become just unkillable. We move in, we get the Swain. Looking for the Kazakhs now. Has ultimate,
这显示我是真的动都动不了。
but
从这里过来，
could start it up.
来打吧。
Kaiser does it pretty quick.
走这面也行吧。能抢下队友，直接绕过来，对面不知道我们在打的。那直接打其实也没事。我过去先把这 AD 蹲了。
And look at him hunt for the Caitlyn. You can see the Caitlyn shoving in the waves. This is really good. Kazakhs is probably stuffed here. Dinah's down. Hit that ultimate. Gets the stun onto the Mundo. Gets the knock up and the stun onto the Caitlyn. Gets the ward and we'll move across. Looking to try and break 30 kills this game. If they don't FF, I think it's doable.
我说实话，对面这两个人其实守不住我们。一波了吧？
Run it down mid.
没啥用的。
I know. Feel bad for these players.
这乌鸦过来会直接秒他，都打不了。
2 more for 30. Come on. Let's get a 30 bomb.
一个一口渴水，触发电刑直接带走。
EQ GOREDRINKER? 29. Who's up? There's someone up.
一波了。
Any divers? And that looks to be it, guys. Well, I'm going to jump into... Come on! I'm going to jump onto the second game now, guys. We're going to do 2 today. The next one, I think, is into a Graves matchup. And we're still going to be experimenting with this GOREDRINKER. So let's get onto it.
大招的。
Jumping into the second game, we're up against a Graves. Now, the comp. Enemy has a set shield. Graves going to have the Eclipse with the shielding. Rumble shielding. You have a Nautilus with some shields. And you can see why he's going to be rushing for this Serpent's Fang. As we get... Sometimes when I'm watching on China's server, I get a little bit of buffering lag. I'll try and edit it out, but you can see from the early game, guys, Graves is going to dominate you. What level do we wait for? Level 3. We all know this. Trying to avoid poke and harass. Ayah! We cannot dodge it. Honestly, when you have a Jarvan, just ping for a gank at level 3. Get the ice, flash EQ, he's stunned. If Jarvan stuffs his combo up, flame him. Should see a little bit of harass here. Nice. Graves tanks a tower shot. Careful, 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 careful. He's got Ignite, he's got Fleet Footwork. Jumping into the second lane now, we're up against a Graves mid lane. Now, why are we going GOREDRINKER Serpent's Fang this game? The enemy has a set They have a Rumble in the jungle. They have Graves mid, who's going to be going for Eclipse. Enemy has a Draven and a Nautilus. Draven probably going to go for the shield bow. If not that, you go for some type of like Bloodthirster thing later on. You get so much value out of this, and you're a lot less susceptible to being one-tapped by the Graves in the mid lane. It should help you out a lot, especially into the Draven Nautilus, as we are being shoved in the early game. When you have a Jarvan, you should essentially be trying to communicate with him somehow that at level 3, come to the mid and it's a free kill. If you grab the ice terrain and EQ, if Jarvan misses his flag and drag, report the guy and move on to the next one. Because it should be a goddamn free kill. As we're moving to level 3, Graves is way overextended here, and this is normally where we get the solos. Let's see if we can set anything up. Waiting for the W. Here we go. EQ. Auto. Ignite. Auto. Graves already pops the flash, and we're just going to be able to get him with a WQ here. Finishes him off. Doesn't even hesitate. Doesn't need to use the flash at all. Knows the execute damage will get him. And we'll shove it in for the reset. Thank you very much. And every time, like, he drops behind a little bit in the first wave or two, but at level 3, it's just the all-in. Every goddamn game. As we head back now. What's it going to be? Usually Serrated Dirk. He goes for the pickaxe, so he's going for the Iron Spike as soon as possible. Or I guess he's going for the... I mean, it's a component to the Serpent's Fang as well. He wants raw AD over lethality. I'm not sure why that is. No idea. I just assumed that the raw lethality would give you a little bit better of a spike here. Use that invisibility to get out. Maybe because Graves Graves is passive, and he has such high already base armor. He just reckons that the lethality will all be cancelled out, as he is just running rings around them. Even gets the cannon, and he's not done. He's hunting for the Rumble too. I wouldn't be surprised if when this E is up, he goes for the kill. He can do it. He really wants to go for it, but he needs the Jarvan to tank. Oh, he's not going to quite get it. Flash EQ, WQ gets it. As we're sitting on 220 health, like, this recall won't go through. Is he trying to bait it? Here comes the Rumble. We're going to have to try... Do we flash, or do we just accept our death? A lot of people would have just flashed there, like, over the wall, but you're going to waste so much time, and you're going to get killed regardless, and lose your summoner. Most of the time, just hold your flash and accept your death. The wave will come back to him. He should be able to speed out a base here, and he gets the Iron Spike first this game, as opposed to... He went Dirk last game into the Iron Spike, into the Serpents. So he wants that active as soon as humanly possible. As we move back to a full wave. Nice. Probably shove this. Graves a reset, and then you can look for a dive on the bot side with the ult. Let's see. The active for wave clear is kind of juicy. Just a nice slow shove. Graves is here. Get the ice. Hits the R. That combo was very slow. Very slow. But the thing is, Graves does nothing about it. It's basic. EQ with the stun. Hits the R. Auto. And he's pretty much dead. Just weave the autos in. WQ if you need be. You have so much damage in your kit at level 6 on Qiyana. If they're full health, just go for the all-in. EQ, Iron Spike Whip, WQ gets the kill, I think. Let's see. Was that just Q W Iron Spike Whip Q? I'm pretty sure he's gonna stay here. I don't know if you want the wave to go in. Well, he's gonna let the wave shove in. I reckon, I don't know. I guess he just forces the back, and now he gets the Serrated Dirk. He doesn't rush the Goredrinker once again, guys. He'll get the Serpent's Fang next. Just wanted the active. As he actually misses a full wave because of not staying there, and the cannon, as he's down around about 10 CS. You're going to be down CS quite a lot when you're playing Qiyana, but usually in the mid game, especially with this build, you should be able to build it back up. Nice hover by the Jarvan. We have the ice, not able to land. Graves is just so beefy. He's actually going to be... Do you guys know he's getting nerfed next patch? I feel like anything Nemesis touches and I do a video on gets nerfed. Kale, Graves, what's next? What does Nemesis want to have nerfed next? As I like the addition of... Oh wait, he has ultimate. He's going to send this guy. I like the addition of the Iron Spike for these combos. It actually looks like it adds quite a little bit, like a decent chunk of damage. And as usual, Beifeng just seems to have twice the amount of damage that I have when I play Qiyana. I don't know where he pulls the damage out from, but it's there, and it's double of what I can do with the same clicks, I swear to God. We eat some plates. Chunk Graves to half health. As Graves is going to look for the... Oh, no, not quite. Beifeng will get this all in. EQ, Iron Spike, WQ probably. Q? Right. Ooh, I don't think we're going to look beefy looking for that combo. Oh my fucking God. He is the greediest player I've ever seen. And this Graves is just questioning his life. Like, what can you possibly do against this aggression? Did he Q? Is like QW Gore, like Iron Spike Q just within 10 milliseconds. Dude! We got our Serpent's Fang. We're gonna be breaking the shields now. 69 CS. You can see he gets some CDR. The CDR from the Goredrinker is on top of it. It's bloody nice as well. Enemy team a little bit triggered in the all chat. You'll see Beifeng playing on other people's accounts sometimes. I don't know. It just seems like boosting people and playing on people's different accounts and whatnot in China just seems a lot more accepted than it is in anywhere else. It's not really boosting, he just plays on people, some like viewers' accounts sometimes, and I've seen him do duos with some people, like, I don't know, man. Just built different, I guess. I see Jalai Ban does that too. Maybe, I don't know if it's common, but this Graves is probably going to die. Looking for it. Just eats all the plates. It's 11 minutes in. Like, this game should be closed. Like, you should get the Herald with the Jarvan, get set up objective controls, and just... You need to... Whenever you get these leads, you really do want to just pick the tempo up and really... You don't want to just hover around, do nothing. Where, like, you saw in the VOD against Nemesis yesterday, like, they didn't close correctly. They trolled because they thought it was a free win. Then Nemesis just slowly came into the game, and by the time that they realized they were going to lose, it was too late for them to start being like, damn, we better start trying now. Well, Kale's 2 items in level like 14. It's too late for that. As we eat the set in a blink of the eye, and we've got our Goredrinker now. What a noob. Nice ultimate. Goes wide. I feel like this build is much more noob friendly. What do you guys think? Then the Prowler's Claw, full glass cannon assassin. I feel like you're a bit more beefy. Has a little bit more leeway if you make some mistakes. QWQ. Grabs that kill up for himself. Presence of mind. Lets the Jarvan die. Stuff you, Jarvan. And I'm wondering if teams for Worlds, because they're not going to China for the bootcamp, but I wonder if they'll do like a quick Korean bootcamp beforehand. Or do you think all the teams are going to meet up in EU West as soon as possible? I'm just wondering what they're going to do. Because if you're an NA team, I wouldn't spend another second after finishing your last game in NA if I wanted to win Worlds. I would instantly go to Korea, where you can scrim all the Korean teams, the Chinese teams, and the Southeast Asian teams. And because you don't want to be stuck in NA, having to scrim a bunch of NA teams for like 2 weeks in preparation for Worlds before you boot camp. You don't want a week off or anything. I feel like you just... I mean, it just really depends on your commitment levels. Who knows? Who knows what they'll do? But I think the longer that the NA teams are in NA, stuck scrimming NA teams, the earlier they can get away and scrim these foreign teams, the better. The faster the improvements. A lot of the times, like, they'll identify their weaknesses. It'll take them a week or two in the boot camp. And then the Worlds games are already starting. I feel like you need a good month or two of prep. As Worlds usually starts, what, like early October? We should be just over a month out, right? Or is that the play-in stage? I can never remember. We're not that far away. As that I don't know if I touched on it, but he actually went Conqueror this game if you didn't see. One of the only games I've seen him go Conqueror and not for the Electrocute setup. Ultimate? Just run the Ignite and dubstep it? I don't know why, if anyone can explain it to me, but when I was playing in EU West, people would every time I ignited and just ran away, they'd call it a dubstep ignite. I don't get it. What does it mean? Why do they come up with these silly terms in Europe? As we are 130 farm at 14, and we're just going to run it down. They should FF the game, really. I think the enemy team has just given up. But, yeah, man. Good luck with your games on Qiyana, guys. I really hope you are getting results on this champion. I have multiple messages per day of people sending me their Qiyana games. And a large majority of you have a negative win rate, and a large majority of you are inting other people's games. Because people are messaging me and saying, hey, bro, thanks for the free LP. And they send me the enemy Qiyana scoreline of like 0-11. So if we could all just, you know, be a little bit better at this champion, I think that'd be great. Or stop playing it and just watch Beifeng play it. That's what I've done pretty much. As he gets caught out. A little bit too confident there. I wonder if he does go for the... He went Black Cleaver last game, third. But that was into a Mundo. Hello? Build path, build path, build path. Give me the build path before the FF, please. Just going straight lethality. Umbral. Umbral's the perfect snowball game. The perfect snowball item. Because you can just sit in that jungle and you know you're not spotted. It's really nice. I don't think that hit, buddy. They're doing BCS hack. The one way to 10 CS per minute, just stealing every jungle camp imaginable. And I feel bad for Showmaker, by the way. If you guys don't remember at MSI, Showmaker pretty much went mentally insane playing on the EUS server. his last like 10 or 15 games, he was playing like Master Yi. He was playing like the most ridiculous mid lane combos, like Ivan mid or some bullshit. Like he was so over it. And the poor guy is going to have to boot camp there again and suffer through all the EUS players. I'm not saying the EUS players are bad. I'm just saying that there's a lot of, I mean, it's pretty toxic in EU. There's a lot of flamers, and people don't... In Korea, when you're playing with Showmaker, world champ, a lot of people in the high elo respect him a lot. They show him a lot of respect. In EU, a lot of them just kind of spit on him. And yeah, they'll just do a little bit of trolling. So it is what it is. It's expected.
我操，人呢？
Just don't have enough mana for these combos. Shen hits that Gore Drinker and we get one taps. Shen ult does not work. And is this going to be a throw? What the hell's going on? There we go. Enemy team FFs. And that's going to be it. Perfect. Well, thanks for watching today's VOD, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We had some nasty combos on the Qiyana as per usual. And until next time, boys, love you all. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.